With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson, options out left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb, and no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down and 4, Watson, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one's going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Play action. It's Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. Little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
At the 48-yard line.
He's set. 19. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. On the arm. On the arm. 55.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson escaping the pressure right. He's got Fuller. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson looking middle, and it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Escapes the sack. Steps away to his left. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Texans here on third down putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, it's Jackson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. Faking the give, now Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big 30-yard play on third. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again is Watson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. On 3rd down, Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Oh, the return is Jones.
Let's go, bring it up. At their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Off of play action, it's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Flush to his right. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
From the red zone now, Watson flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Dancing to his left. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Here we go. 25-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Not today.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tie it right, tie it right. Hey. 4 down.
Now Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Where's the set? 19. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Third and 2, Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. A shotgun snap for Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Watson now to throw. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now it's Watson. Able to shake him off. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jerry Tillery in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Here's Hill on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play. Now a play fake here on first down.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. And he'll get in! Touchdown, Baltimore! Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
To throw is Watson. It's complete. Stills. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I'm going back to you.
Watson now, throwing again. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Mark 37. Down to lose one.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Bradley Roby, the cornerback, there to make the stop. They can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. And we just saw an example of it right there.
And that'll set him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jackson now, eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Phillip Lindsay, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. The 40. He's at the 30. The 20. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw on third down. Jackson. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Jackson now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%. But Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And the return will stop right around the 25. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And Watson's going to throw it here. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. A give running right, Lindsey. And he's got this down to the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Watson operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Throwing again is Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get.